Hello everyone, my name is Mauricio Hernandez. My partner's name is Lingford Lee. We're both EEE students at Seneca College, and this is our video demonstration for our TPJ655 final project titled Midi Controller. I would like to start by doing a quick overview of the device, showing its components and different features. In terms of design, we opted for something attractive and stylish. In this case, our enclosure is made out of wood and the cover has a stainless steel finish. The MIDI controller consists of two different sections. On the left we have 4 individual channels for volume control, and on the right we have an LCD display, 3 different control buttons, and a 4x4 launchpad. Finally, at the back we have a single micro USB port for power and 2 RCA jacks for audio output. This device will allow the user to choose between 2 different modes, Standalone Mode and Midi Mode. When the MIDI controller is connected to a computer, Midi Mode will allow the user to have control of an audio workstation such as FL Studio or Ableton. When choosing Standalone Mode, the user will be able to choose between 2 different libraries containing audio samples, which will be assigned to an individual push button. When a push button is pressed, an audio sample will play and will be outputted through the RCA jacks to an audio sound system. Now I will proceed to show the operation of the device, starting by Midi Mode. Our MIDI controller is connected now to a computer through a USB hub and is ready to start. Now we power our device by enabling the USB port. As you can see, it boots up and it shows its name on the LCD display. Now it shows our options to choose. The first button will be for Midi Mode, and the second and third button will be for Standalone Mode. In this case, we will choose Midi Mode, so we'll press the first button and it will show our selection in the LCD display. Now the device is ready to use. If we look at our playback devices on Windows, we will notice that the MIDI controller is detected.
In order to make this demonstration possible, I created a project that covers the basic functionalities of the Midi Mode. As you can see in the screen, every time I move a component of the device, the audio workstation reacts in real time to this parameter change. Another great feature of the MIDI controller is the LCD display giving feedback to the user of these real-time changes. Every set of components will give a different feedback to the user. The sliders and knobs will oscillate between values of 0 and 127. Meanwhile, the push buttons will show a unique on and off state. Now let's proceed to the demonstration.
Now I will demonstrate the Standalone Mode from the MIDI controller. For this, the device can be powered either by a USB port from a computer or a simple power brick from a phone charger. In this case, we will be using the power brick. Also, for this demonstration, I will be using regular RCA cables to connect to the speakers. Now that the RCA cables are connected, we'll proceed to power the MIDI controller. Now the MIDI controller will be waiting for our selection. The second push button will load R&B audio samples to our launchpad. The third push button will load house audio samples to the launchpad. I will make a short demonstration of each one of the libraries. So if we press the second push button, we can see in this display that the RMB library is getting loaded into the launchpad.
Just as Midi Mode, the LCD display will give the user feedback of any parameter changes at the hardware level. When a push button is pressed, the name of the audio sample being played will show.
Now we load the second library into the launchpad. We press the third button, and we can see that the house library is being loaded into the launchpad. This concludes our presentation. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a good day.